So again, good afternoon sa inyo for our next session, which is in continuation sa ating topics on carbohydrates ay ang different types ng carbohydrates, which include the oligosaccharides as the largest number ng disaccharides. So when we say disaccharides, they are made up of two monosaccharides or simple carbohydrates na na-link. So is example this one, no? The hexose. We have the sucrose, maltose, lactose, cellulose, and yielding two molecules ng hexoses. So una we have the sucrose, and of course we are always aware na ang sucrose is a table sugar. Ayun yung ginagamit nating asukal, di ba? So this is the chemical structure ng ating sucrose. Now, it's the most ubiquitous and abundant sa lahat ng disaccharides in plants kasi ito yung main transport ng carbon form. So it's like in sugarcane, it has 200 grams of sucrose per kilogram. So sugar beets, it range from 150 to 200 and so on. And kahit sa barley and also almost all types ng fruits, vegetables, depende po, no, actually have a sugar content, no, sucrose. So another disaccharides is lactose or milk sugar na galing sa mammary gland, including humans and animals. And like for the cow's milk, no, meron siyang 43 to 48 grams per kilograms ng lactose, and lesser sweet. Ayun. So this is what lactose looks like in chemical formula. So medyo biochemistry siya masyado, no, in the presentation in this book, but I like it kasi napaka very detailed, and which is very objective and comprehensive. So so it is actually yung ating mga yogurt, no, if you are fond of drinking yogurt, kamo ba ganahan mo? Shine, Jonah, nagainom og yogurt, di ba? Mostly mga bata karon yogurt na ba ng ilahang trip. Tama ba ko? Yes. So with lactose, no, fermentation by number of organisms that includes Streptococcus lactis or mga lactobacillus family. So kahit sa cheese. And also another one is maltose or yung malt sugar, yung ginagamit natin for beer, germination ng barley, ano pa, manufacture ng beer, whiskey, no? Yun yung mga main ingredient ng ating beer. Of course, nagainom mo og beer, 'di ba? So, this is maltose. So if you can see na yung mga difference sa ilang chemical structure, no, that makes them different, of course, no, in terms of chemical formula and chemical composition. So we also have cellulose and natural free sugar siya, and repeating cellulose siya. That's why cellubiose. So pareho lang siya nga cellulose. And these are found, they are being split or divided by microbial enzymes, not simply by digestive enzymes, no, sa mammalian na mga stomach. And so that's just some of the oligosaccharides. Now we have the trisaccharides, yung raffinose and ketoses. So these are the 3 molecules of hexose sugar, as you can see in this equation here. So ano itong raffinose? These are the most common member ng group at saka makikita sa plants, sucrose. So meron siya din sa molasses preparation, cottonseed, about 80 gram per kilogram. At saka anong gamit niya? It produces glucose, fructose, and galactose. So ketose is also another isomer. So when you say isomer, it has the same pareho lang sila ng structure pero magkaiba lang sila ng isomer, no? Like these are found in the seeds of grasses, and these two saccharides are fructose residue na naka-attach sa sucrose. And again, we have another ones, tetrasaccharides, which are monosaccharide residues. This includes the stachyose, which is one of the member na ubiquitous daw na in higher plants. And they can be found in 165 na species. So sa another group are the polysaccharides. So ito yung most complex na talaga. The homoglycans, the arabinans, and silans. So ito mostly talaga I'm more on cellulose siya, no? Material o yung fiber content niya ay mataas. And usually mga glucans, for example, is yung starch yung nagamit natin for baking industry, and there's a lot of uses naman na makikita sa seeds, fruits, tubers, and roots, no? And they even contain protein, fatty acid, phosphorus, and so on. So those are glucans or starches. So we also have in that we have mostly amylopectin, no? If these are found sa mga skin ng mga fruits na which makes them their structure na buo pag nahinog na yung ating prutas, no? Ano na siya, diba? Nag-change siya ng taste at saka yung softness, kaya kasi nadidegrade na yung pectin substances. So these are 70 to 80%. No, and you can see actually yung amylopectin solution using the blue, violet, or purple color na deep color with reaction to iodine. So there are plants like, for example, it's amazing kasi na-try na ninyo ng kamote tops, and then ilaga ninyo pagka man ang katong iyahang sabaw. Purely lang yun na siya, then katong sabaw, butangan ninyo siya og kanang lemon juice, no, extract. So unsay mahitabo, unsay color niya after pag i-mix nimo siya. Have you tried that one? It's a very
Yes,
healthy.
ma'am.
Sige, unsa man siya?
Murang color kay murag nasty.
Miguel, ngano nakainom ka na, Miguel?
Di pa inom lang.
Healthy siya, diba? So mag-pinkish siya ng color or bluish violet, something like that, no? And it's really very amazing kasi may reaction siya. So ayun, no? And there are a lot of starches pa, no, in all types of plants, cereals, and animals which consume this starch in cereal grains and others. And we also have another one, glycogen, no, para sa mga branch polysaccharides from animals and microorganisms naman siya, not mostly. When we say starches kasi doon siya galing sa plants. Pag sinabi nating glycogen, it's another types of polysaccharides, carbohydrates na makikita lang sa animals and microorganisms. So they have glucose, especially kung mag-exercise and ma-stress pa. So ma-hydrolyze din siya. And this occur in our liver, muscle, and mga other animal tissues. So glucans are medyo analogous or the same siya sa amylopectin in structure. Kaya if we exercise, di ba, usahay or ganing ma-stretch ato ang muscles, sumugahi siya. It's because of the glycogen, no? It's the main carbohydrate storage product in the animal body and plays central role in the metabolism ng energy. So, in terms of molecular weights, they vary from species to species of plants, animals, rather. So, like for example, 1 to 5 by 10 to the 8, no? So another one are the dextrins. Ito yung mga intermediate products ng hydrolysis ng glycogen. So under the animal carbohydrates naman siya, no? And they both are produced into dextrin, maltose, and glucose. So these are soluble and they produce gum-like solution. So actually na ay mga baligya sa mga sa mga laboratories ng dextrin, and ginagamit din siya for example pampalapot, no, kasi parang gum-like solution siya. And siguro ka ng mga favorite ninyo nga mga favorite ninyo yung marag gums, no, gummy bears, minana nagakaon mo ingon nila kung ano na mga tendons, mga bones, no, and that's partly true. Have you seen kung paano yun ginawa yung mga gummy bear? Unsa pa na ng mga basta mo na siya. So, cellulose. Kaseryoso ba ninyo? Tubaga po ko ninyo. Kapit na mahuman na tong time. And cellulose. Yes. Nakakaon na ka, Kenny? O ka ng gummy bear? Yung mga gums pa lang. Ha?
Nagpainit.
Lahi ra po di iyahang tubag. Ambot diba po kasabot. So, moving on, cellulose is another single polymer na sa plant kingdom na siya makikita. And these are the cellulose. We will not dwell so much on that. So, kasi ang dami pa. Callose is another polysaccharides na meron siyang ganitong beta-linked glucose residues. And they are deposited in the higher plants, no? Pag magkaroon ng wounding or infection, kaya nagka-callose siya, and these are made up of carbohydrates. If you can see this sa mga plants, no? Sa tissue culture, expected na pag na-slice din mo siya, mag-callose siya. And then sa animals naman o higher animals like us, pag masamaran, 'di ba? Nakakaon. Oo, ang pangutanan na ako, Kenny, kung nakakaon na ka sa gummy bear, nga akong ginamin. Kasi dextrin kasi. So, nagpainit pa daw siya og pagkaon. No, so, anyway, mag-ano sa ko ha, screenshot. My 25, my golly. Ang siya karon? APT. Okay. So another one is yung mga fructans, of course, sa fruits, sa Compositae or Graminae family. So we have a lot of from Graminae family, no? So usually grasses, no? And of course, bamboo is the tallest grass under the Graminae family. Tama ba ko? Compositae. I-check na lang nato na next time. So this is what a grass fructan looks like. And we also have galactans and manans. So these are component ng mga cell walls ng palm seeds. So if you have seen mga palm seeds, yung ginagamit natin, palm oil, no? And they are very rich in mannan sa kanilang endosperm, legumes, clovers, and so on. And we have glucosaminans. So etong chitin is an example ng homoglycan na merong glucosamine at which is acetyl D-glucosamine, and these are found in animals, no, like crustaceans. So katong chitin ginagamit na siya as pang-wax sa mga tanom, no? That includes mga kanang pang-waxing sa para dili gani madaot dayon sa post-harvest ang mga fruits like banana, apple, sa pa, oranges, and so on. So, yun yung gamit niya. So, under heteroglycans, we have pectic substances. Yung sinasabi ko kanina katong if mahinog na ang prutas, mo na ano siya, mahimong kanang humahumo kasi mahinog na siya. So, kasi ma-degrade talaga yung kaniyang ano, ang kaniyang pectic substances. So we also have hemicelluloses, no? And these are alkali soluble cell wall polysaccharides that are associated within cellulose. So pareho ra nagdig delta glucose, galactose, mannose, nagkaon na si Kenny, exudate of gums and acid mucilages. No, these are all carbohydrates and found in mga calcium, meron siya mga calcium, magnesium that are found in bark and leaves. So, itong mga hyaluronic acid and chondroitin, so mga amino acid and gluconic acid yapon siya na nasa skin, sa umbilical cord, no, lahat mga intestine. My God, klaro kaya akong gilagid. Even sa bones, tendons, no, sulfates. Okay, and the last part, I guess, hopefully, kasi summary na siya, yay, lignin, which is a carbohydrate na closely related sa compounds ng sa cell wall. So, lignin is the strength ng ating tanim. So, it's a very complex carbohydrates, no? Polymer siya ng three derivatives. We have phenylpropane, comyl alcohol, coniferyl alcohol, and sinophyl alcohol. And this looks like this one. So it's found, of course, and it's very important in animal nutrition kasi for high resistance to chemical degradation. And it has a lot of fiber by lignin and make it inaccessible to enzymes. So kita nga, no, pag dili nato pwede kaunan ang lignin kasi di nato na ma-digest, and only for stomach animals, ruminants can do that. So for summary, so carbohydrates, they contain, of course, carbohydrate and oxygen. And yeah, and these are all mentioned already. So they have questions or clarification? Yeah, so I guess we have 10 minutes for the questions and clarification. Before, I guess, once a week lang tamag ka, no? So our next topic is actually lipids, no? So, but if in case do you have questions or clarifications? So maybe next time na lang itong lipids, no? Anyway, we have a lot of time lipids. So gipaspasan na kay nako, no? So for our next topic, we're going to discuss on the classification ng lipids. So what are these lipids? They have the fats, glucolipids, phospholipids, waxes, steroids, and terpenes. No? So do you have any questions or clarification? So ano, Miguel and Justine. So saan natin, this is speaking of carbohydrates again. Saan natin makukuha yung sources ng ating carbohydrates? Is it only limited to plants and animals? Mention na bito na ako. Or ano, saan pa ba? So any of you actually can answer, no?
Sana ma'am, sa drinks na po.
Yes, no? And these are all could be plants or animal sources. Diba? So by the way, Highway, as I have said last time, kanina, I just have sent you sa Quipper. Wait. Basing mahut na tag time. Anyway, kung mahut na tag time, just please remind me, essay, next time, no, about your laboratory. Kasi nag-send na tao ng laboratory. Am I correct? Na. APT 311, yes. So this is your laboratory guide. You are going to visit. Na-receive na ninyo na-check na ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have any concern regarding this? So una, you visit a farm or watch a video on livestock poultry production, any poultry or livestock, and you describe kung ano yung mga best practices nila in terms of feeding and nutrition na natutunan mo. Of course, you can create your own interesting story or set of question, and you just have to show photos for documentation in your report para lang siyang parang lang kanang storytelling, no, or diary note. So wala talaga siyang specific na format that you have to do in the introduction, the objectives, no, mga ganon. So lang siya parang sige tawag basta kanang mara lang siya kanang story report. And then the second activity, so there are only 3 activities, so you can suggest anything na pwede natin idagdag. No, and I guess I have here brochure. Yes, pwede rin, no? You can be very creative or kaya vlog, no? Video presentation, pero you limit it to 3 minutes lang kasi mahirap na siya i-send sa kwa through email or messenger. Pwede po email kung naamoy, taas-taas nga, Google Drive, dakod-dakod storage. So in your second activity, you're going to make a sample feed computation of a feed mix. So example lang na, pwede rin mo mangopya, no? Sa i-Google lang ninyo, no? Para kasi first timer pa mo but then if you are really into it, na gusto mo mag-create og inyong sariling feed mix, so you just have to show the sample feed computation. So later pa maguna ko na nga actually introduction pagud ta ay mo nang paspasan pa na ako. And you have to make a list. Yeah, we still have 10 minutes, huh? Of 10 feed sources or ingredients. And like for example, one is corn. Diba? Mostly ginagamit natin na feed source or ingredient ay corn. So ano ang makikitang mga nutrient natin sa corn and its percentage, no? Actually 10 lang gani na siya, no, feed sources, but there are a lot. And in fact, bago lang yun ako siya gidelete, no? Naapo na siya sa atong chapter, no? Different nutrient contents of different feed sources. But you can just copy, no, and put it into your report. So do you have any questions or clarification?
Okay ra ma'am sa kuan ma'am. YouTube magkuha.
Yes, you can just watch video instead of going to a farm, a specific farm. No, and if you can, you may also suggest like sa grupo natin, no. But I'm still looking for the best option. We can even go for a field trip together. No. But
Karat naman, ma'am.
excited? Si Kenny to.
Tingog na.
Siyan, mag-suggest sa ta kay mangita pa ko, no? Pwede pod katong gyadto mo sa Maragusan if you want, no? Pero if we can find somewhere else, pwede pod, no? So huna-huna pod mo. It depends on you kung ano gusto ninyo. Kasi
Ugma na daw, ma'am.
agad-agad, busy pa ko ha. Kadali lang jud. Kalaaga na si Sian. Sa Maragusan niyang gusto or somewhere Samal or somewhere?
Paragusa na lang, ma'am, para maka-long distance.
Sige. I-contact pa na ako si katong taga Maragusan na estudyante si Argel. So magplano lang ta ha if dili pa na siya talaga compulsory, only for those who are willing na muadto, no? Uy, timing kay na ako mag-speaker na pug ko sa Maragusan, so dadunta na lang mo, no?
Salamat Dan.
Isn't it
Sige, ma'am. Sige, ma'am.
exciting? So kung sugtan mo sa inyo hang mga uyab ha, uyab parents di ay. Kay mga minor pabaya mo, ha?
21 naman kalagaran, ma'am.
Tama dai, sorry God. Joke ra gani. So ano na lang, no? Depende. And then you're just going to make a report on our field trip. Pwedeng ganon, no? But your subject topic is all of sugot man daan, okay, field trip na postpone, ha? Budget 3K gikan aloa. Asa na?
Gahapon, ma'am, PISDA.
Sige. So, but we will still decide kung asa ang final. Na. Gusto ka niyang tako sa Manay, ila Gov-Eson ba? Kay kanang dugay na ko gusto ma-visit dito. Pero wala kasi sila, nasa lay farm, but wala sila mga animal farm kaayo.
Ma'am, asa ang location nila Disaccharides?
Sa Manay.
Asa dito magdaghan kay barangay dito, ma'am, mga 17 kabuk barangay.
Abay, malay ko ba kinino? Pag ikukado dito, imo dahin kong ikanang pressure.
Agi-agihan na ko manay.
Nag-aagi ka diha, Ken?
Taga-Caraga man ko, ma'am, ang manay. Bali, nagsunod ra na. Pag una sa Manay, Caraga, munisipyo. Anang masultian dito, ma'am, kay marog pare-pareho rami kuan. Pareho gyud.
Sa unsa ka? IP ka?
Yes, ma'am. IP, Mandaya.
Oo, parihata. Indigenous species pug ko. Joke lang ta. Hoy, sorry kay kanang unsa na, I have to go, but we still have 4 minutes actually, no? So, as for now, panahid na mudaan sa inyong mga kauyaban o mga ginikanan para sugtan mo, no? And as to the budget, kanang sa to low cost lang ta ha. No? Kung matulog mo tent or unsa, di ba? Kung Maragusan kasi nice ang mag-tent kasi siya. Or dapat basta magsabot lang ta. As for now, I have to go kasi ako na nabiling dere. 5:40 pa naman. So we still have 3 minutes pa naman. No? So they have some more concern. Di na mga to. Hoy, Diyos ko, tayo sa mga tanan sana ako kung saan dates ako ang sa ko ang training or seminar para makawalo jud mo og matulog sa mudaan. Diyos ko. Inig sa dili daghan kung sa lang kung sa Maragusan daghan kay ano barato ra. So pwede ra pa mag ano dasok-dasok. Sa isahan nasa ko'y tawagan. Okay. So, do you have some more questions or clarification?
Wala na, ma'am.
Okay, so I guess that would be all, Sian, and basta mo to ha, palanghid na lang mo daan. So, thank you for for joining in this session, and we'll see each other again next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Asan ako? Abin ako na end na ako. And